Hey guys, this is Gerry O for Kids First. Today we're reviewing the film Ben-Hur. This is a wonderful film with beautiful cinematography, intense action, and also wonderful soundtrack. The adventure starts when Judah Ben-Hur, who is a prince in ancient Jerusalem, is arrested of trying to assassinate a Roman leader. Even though he didn't actually do this, him and his family are arrested. And in ancient Roman Empire, there's no judge, there's no trial, and this is a high level of treason, so they're immediately taken away. Now, if you want to find out what happens to his family, you gotta watch the film. But what happens to Judah is he's sentenced to life as a galley slave. Galley slaves are people who manually rowed the giant boats in the ancient Roman Empire because they didn't have motorboats or anything automatic, so they had to row the boats manually. Usually they lived in very harsh conditions, and poor Judah had to live in this condition for 6 years of his life. Finally, he is able to escape, and he has one goal on his mind after he escapes. He wants to get revenge on his stepbrother who caused all this mayhem to his family. He knows how to do it. There's a sport in the ancient Roman Empire where there's no laws, there's no rules, there's nothing, and it's called chariot racing. Now, you may have heard of it. Chariot racing is when the main goal is you are on a chariot ridden by horses, and you have to get to the end alive. And his main goal is to get revenge on his stepbrother in that sport. If you want to find out what happens, you gotta watch the film. My favorite scene is when Judah is a galley slave. This is also kind of my least favorite scene because it really shows how terrible they treated people in the Roman Empire. Galley slaves, like I said, are in terrible conditions 24/7 for pretty much the rest of their lives. So it is truly horrible how they treated people, but it is also my favorite scene because they excel in cinematography, special effects, soundtrack, acting. Everything just works so perfectly together to make an intense and dramatic scene. You know, you're in this boat and you're in war and you don't know what's going on. You have these small little windows to look out of, and they did it so perfectly with what they had, and the special effects were also even scary at times because you're on fire and ships are exploding, ships are ramming into each other, you don't know what's going on, and it just made your heart thump. It kept you on the edge of your seat. Definitely the most intense scene in the whole film, and I enjoyed every single bit of it. Now, there is definitely a great amount of special effects in this film, but one of the things they did real was the chariot racing, which I personally think is fantastic and honestly amazing that they actually put actors on real chariots and they rode them around in circles in the arena, and that is just mind-blowingly amazing to make it look so authentic. And I just think that kudos to the director, producers, and the actors to be able to do that and to be able to pull that off. And it looks so perfect, and it looks so amazing, and I enjoyed every single bit of it. Now, for the special effects that are in this film, they do well. There's not that many special effects, but they definitely do their job. You know, they look very realistic, and they definitely add to the story. The cinematography of the giant ancient burial grounds and giant ancient cities in the Roman Empire and ancient Jerusalem was beautiful, spectacular to look at, and I enjoyed it in so much, and it really showed the scene so well. If it's a fight going on or just people talking, it showed everything that we needed to see in unique and beautiful ways. The actors in this film did a stupendous job, but what's also very impressive about this is that since these characters were alive 2,000 years ago, the set design and the costume design was also on point, making it look very historically accurate, and the actors really did act like they lived 2,000 years ago, which was very hard to do, but they pulled it off perfectly. Now, this film is very mature, so I recommend it to kids 14 to 18. I definitely recommend it to adults, but it's really only meant for older kids. There's a lot of gore, there's a lot of adult references, even some language, and a lot of violence in this film, so I definitely do not recommend it for younger kids. I do give this film 5 out of 5 stars for beautiful cinematography, wonderful acting, spectacular costume design and set design, and also spectacular story. If you'd like to see this film, it is in theaters near you August 19th. I'm Gerry O reporting for Kids First. Bye!